Is your Windows PC freezing, crashing, showing random errors, or suddenly having internet problems? Most people immediately reinstall Windows, download random repair software, or pay someone to fix it. But before you do any of that, there's something you should know. Windows already includes several powerful repair tools that can solve many common problems, and they're completely free. You just need to know how to use them. In this video, I'll show you 9 command prompt commands, plus 1 extra diagnostic tool that every Windows user should know. Before we begin, all of these commands require administrator privileges. So open the Start menu, type CMD, right-click Command Prompt, and choose Run as Administrator. Keep this window open because we'll use it throughout the video. Let's get started. Our first command is win-get. A lot of people assume Windows is responsible for every issue they encounter, but that's often not the case. Outdated applications can cause crashes, compatibility issues, security vulnerabilities, and unexpected behavior. To fix them, type win-get upgrade --all and hit enter. This command uses Microsoft's built-in Windows Package Manager to check for newer versions of installed applications and updates them automatically. If you'd like to review what will be updated first, simply run win-get upgrade. This displays the available updates without installing them. Running this once every month is a great habit that can prevent many software-related problems before they even appear. Next is one of the most useful repair commands, sfc/scannow. SFC stands for System File Checker. It scans protected Windows system files and compares them against trusted copies. If it detects missing or corrupted files, Windows attempts to replace them automatically. After the scan finishes, you'll usually see one of 3 results. No integrity violations were found, corrupted files were found and repaired, some files couldn't be repaired. If everything was fixed, simply restart your PC. If Windows reports that some files couldn't be repaired, don't worry. That's exactly what our next command is designed to fix. Now we'll use dism command. It works at a deeper level than SFC. Think of SFC as a mechanic replacing damaged parts. DISM repairs the warehouse where those replacement parts are stored. Type dism/online/cleanup-image/restore health and hit enter. Sometimes SFC can't fix corrupted files because its own repair source has become damaged. DISM downloads fresh system components directly from Microsoft and repairs that source. A few things to remember. You'll need an active internet connection. The scan may take 15 to 20 minutes. Restart your computer after it finishes. Then run sfc/scannow once again. Using DISM first and then SFC is usually much more effective than relying on SFC alone. If you're experiencing file corruption, unexpected crashes, or strange disk behavior, it's time to check your storage drive. Type chkdsk/r and hit enter. This command looks for 2 different issues. First, it repairs file system errors. Second, it scans for bad sectors on the drive and attempts to recover readable data from damaged areas. Because Windows is currently using your main drive, you'll be asked whether you want to schedule the scan for the next restart. Press Y, restart your PC, and Windows will perform the scan before loading the operating system. Keep in mind that this process can take quite a while on large drives. If your internet says it's connected, but websites refuse to load, try these 3 commands. First, ipconfig/flushdns. This clears Windows DNS cache, so your PC requests fresh website addresses instead of using outdated or corrupted entries. Then run ipconfig/release. This releases your current IP address. Finally, ipconfig/renew. This requests a fresh IP address from your router. These 3 commands together solve many common network issues without restarting your router or changing any settings. If your internet problems continue, even after the previous steps, Windows networking components may need a reset. Start with net sh winsock reset. This rebuilds the Windows WinSock catalog, which manages communication between applications and the network. Then run net sh intip reset. This resets the TCP/IP configuration back to its default state. Finally, NetShint TCP reset. This refreshes TCP connection settings that may have become corrupted. After running all 3 commands, restart your computer. Without the restart, these changes won't fully take effect. Modern storage devices constantly monitor their own health. You can check that information using PowerShell directly from command prompt. Type PowerShell, get physical disk, pipe, format table, friendly name, media type, health status, operational status. Within a few seconds, you'll see every storage drive installed in your computer along with its health status. If the health status shows anything other than healthy, don't ignore it. Back up your important files as soon as possible because storage failures often happen without much warning. Sometimes your computer becomes slow because one application is consuming too much memory or processor power. Instead of guessing, type task list. This displays every running process along with its process ID, commonly called the PID. If you identify an application that's frozen or using excessive resources, close it with taskkill/PID. Then type the process ID of problematic process, then /F. Hit enter. Laptop battery draining too quickly? Computer refusing to sleep? USB devices randomly waking your PC? Run power cfg/energy. Windows will monitor your system for about 1 minute and then generate a detailed HTML report. When the scan finishes, Windows tells you where the report has been saved. Open it in your browser and review the recommendations. The report includes information about devices preventing sleep, driver-related power issues, incorrect power settings, USB wake events, other energy efficiency problems. It's an excellent troubleshooting tool that many Windows users never discover. Sometimes the problem isn't Windows at all. Faulty RAM can cause random crashes, blue screens, application failures, and even corrupted files. Fortunately, Windows includes a built-in memory tester. Search for MD-SCHED. Open the Windows Memory Diagnostic tool and choose whether to restart immediately or run the test during your next reboot. Before Windows starts, it will scan your installed memory for hardware errors. If problems are detected, no amount of software troubleshooting will permanently fix them. You'll likely need to replace the faulty memory module. These are some of the most useful repair tools already built into Windows, and knowing when to use them can save you hours of troubleshooting. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments which command you've used the most. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.